Hey, how's it going? It's Karl, aka Karl Drum Tech. I'm here right now in Beverly Hills, California. Right behind me is a famous Beverly Hills sign. It's not exactly the Hollywood sign like it is in Hollywood, but it's probably the closest thing to the Hollywood sign here in Beverly Hills. But what I wanted to talk about today is a topic of courage and what courage actually means. Now, I actually had a recent situation where I was invited to do a Toastmasters event where I would calm down and be a guest speaker and talk about a particular topic or subject. And for me, really what it was is like, it was practice for me because of what I want to do with Karl Drum Tech. Eventually with Karl Drum Tech, I want to give educational seminars and speeches and things like that. That's kind of like the big vision, big picture thing I'm thinking about when it comes to what I'm doing with Karl Drum Tech. So I feel like the more opportunity I have to get in front of people and speak, the better off I'll be once I actually do have that opportunity to speak in front of people. Now, you know, I wouldn't say I'm the greatest speaker in the world, but just like with anything else, just like in drumming, if you want to get good at drumming, you have to have repetitions of drumming in order to get better at it. Same thing with public speaking. The more repetition you have with public speaking, the better off you'll be once you actually do get up on stage. And I've had a lot of, I've done this video before, I've covered this type of topic before, where people have asked me, how do you deal with nervousness in a competition or performance situation? What I always tell them is, when you are in a situation where you are nervous or you're scared, you just have to kind of like let it be there and allow it to be there. It's okay, it's part of the process. Go ahead and be nervous and still do the best job you can anyway. But I guess what I failed to mention is that, again, a lot of that nervousness is going to go away the more performance experience you have. A lot of times a senior performer is going to be a lot less nervous. Not saying they're not going to be nervous, but a lot less nervous than a freshman performer. And I guess a lot of freshman performers are the ones that are asking me these types of questions. So for me, in my case, with my recent situation in where I spoke at a Toastmasters event, I definitely was nervous. I definitely was a little bit scared. And I'm going to show you that video right now, but I just wanted to share the fact that, wow, like in the moment, before I went on, I definitely felt the same butterflies, the same kind of nervousness, the same kind of fear that most people feel right before they're about to do something where they want to do well. And what I told myself was exactly the same kind of stuff I learned in self-development and self-actualization, types of environments, is that when you're scared of doing something, that's exactly when you should do it, because that's when you have growth in overcoming those fears. And what it truly means to be courageous is not the absence of fear, but actually when you're afraid and you do it anyway, right? So let me just say that again. I mean, it's like when you're courageous, when you have courage, it's not the absence of fear that makes you courageous or gives you courage. It's the fact that you're still scared and you still go in and do it anyway, right? That, to me, is the true meaning of courage. So now, let me show you guys the video of the speech that I did. I did a little bit of kind of like vlog style of storytelling where I'll go get some Starbucks and then go actually meet the Toastmasters members before I went on and did my speech, and then to the actual speech itself. So go check it out. Let me know what you guys think, and here it is. Boom. Right now it's about 10:05. Getting ready to do my first public speech, and what most people do is they get coffee, I'm sure, before they do something. But today I'm getting tea. Those So yes, my name is Karl, and basically I want to thank you guys so much for being here today and allowing me the time to speak to you today. I also want to thank my friend Emmy for bridging the gap and letting the Toastmasters know how much I wanted to be here today. And which brings me to exactly why I'm here. And the reason why I'm here is the same reason you guys are here. You guys are here to improve your public speaking skills, so am I. Just like you mentioned, I am currently developing a social media brand or personality revolving around teaching percussion and marching percussion. So at some point I want to be able to give educational speeches and seminars And I feel like the more opportunities I have to get in front of an audience and speak, the better off I'll be when that opportunity comes. But it is not just about me, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like if I'm going to take 5 minutes of your time, I feel like I have to give you something of value. Now, hopefully it's at least a speech that is engaging and dynamic, so at the very least it'll be interesting and hopefully maybe entertaining. We'll see. But you know, what I really want to give you guys is something educational, something that you can take with you, that you can improve your public speaking skills with, and hopefully also improve certain aspects of your life. I've been kind of studying self-development and self-actualization concepts, and I feel like just whatever I learned from that, I've been able to apply everything I do, whether that's marching percussion, fitness, being more social. I learned all these things to help me overall as a person. So hopefully what I'm going to show you today is going to help you with that. Now, I'm sure you've heard this term before. I'm sure you can relate to it on some level. So the thing I want to emphasize today is the concept of belief, right? So you guys know the word, right? Belief, right? Whether that's believing in what you're doing, believing in yourself. Never underestimate the power of belief, okay? So let me give you an example. When I used to teach marching percussion drum lines in high school, I always used to tell my students, hey guys, if you're going to perform a piece of music that you're going to perform for an audience, for people, if you want them to like what you're doing, if you want them to enjoy what you're doing, you have to believe it yourself. You have to enjoy what you're doing yourself. Because if you get up there and you're like, well, I'm not really sure what I'm doing, and I don't know if you guys really like it, and you're kind of like that, right? The audience is going to see that, and then you're like, yeah, I don't know. They might feel that, right? But if you get up there and you perform like, yo, this note right here, the note I'm going to play is the most amazing note you're ever going to hear. Ah! You felt that, right? Right? So at the very least, that kind of woke you up. That was engaging, and now you're creating connection. You're building this relationship between you and the audience. And now they're more compelled to be like, yeah, I think I kind of like this performance, or yeah, I think I kind of like this speech, right? So when you guys get up here and you guys give a speech, you have to believe in what you're saying. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that whatever word comes out of your mouth is exactly what you need to say. You can just say maybe you're worried about this is getting counted right now, but it's like if it's in the flow of the conversation, just believe in it. Just say, okay, that's part of it. It's all good, right? So if there's one thing I can teach you guys is that there's one concept that you guys can take away from this. I think it would have to be this. When you guys get up here, all right, you're all already great speakers. You just have to believe it. All right, thank you. All right, what did you guys think? So I don't know if you guys could tell, but I was definitely nervous when I did that speech. But it's so cool. I get these reference experience by doing these things, and when I watched the video, I learned all these little things I could do, little tweaks I could make to make it better next time. And the feeling was that as soon as I was done speaking, I knew I wanted to do it again right away. So, and that's just the thing, right? It's like, you want to do better and better and better, and the only way you're going to get better, the only way you're going to get less nervous is by repetition, doing it again and again and again. And that's the secret, right? If you're getting nervous during performances, you just have to have the reference experiences to keep performing again and again and again. That's going to help you out big time, right? So the only thing I wanted to mention is something that I forgot to say in my speech, in regards to belief, right? There's so much out there in terms of getting us to think otherwise, getting us to think that we should not believe in ourselves. There's so many, society puts upon us that sometimes we're not good enough, we're not smart enough, we're not pretty enough, and society benefits from that, especially in a commercialist society that tells us that you're not enough if you don't buy this product, or if you don't buy this brand, or if you're not part of this club, or if you don't have this certain achievement, right? What I'm trying to say is, forget all that noise, right? You are enough exactly as you are right now. So have the belief, have the confidence, do your thing. Everybody's at different levels. If you're at a certain level, you can definitely grow from that and step up. But the thing is, How many times do people get held back because they're afraid? Because they think that they're afraid of what people might think of them, or they're just afraid of failure, right? Or they just think, I'm not good enough, so I'm not even going to try. What I'm trying to say is, don't let those thoughts hold you down, hold you back. Step it up, forget all that crap, and just do your thing, believe in yourself. That's the most important thing, and have the courage to believe in yourself, all right? So that's all I really want to talk about today. Thank you guys so much, and you know, a lot of people ask me, like, Karl, why do you do these videos in big open areas, big public spaces? You know, sometimes I like to do it for the background. I like to have a cool background for you guys to see while you hear me do my speech. But at the same time, I also want to be in a big open area to kind of force myself to learn to have the mindset that it's okay to be out there, to put yourself out there, not care what other people think. Some people might think it's cool, people might not think it's cool, or they're like, oh, what's that weird guy over there with the camera? Who cares, right? Just do your thing, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. It's all good, and that's what I wanted to show you guys every single time I'm out here in the open doing these videos. But it's also for myself too, but hey, we can all learn and grow from it. Okay, so that's all I want to talk about today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm not gonna say the normal stuff like, hey, like my video, leave a comment, blah, blah, blah. I'm just gonna say, share this video, all right? If you feel like this video can help somebody out, trying to grow the channel, but at the same time, I know that when people see my videos, there are people who say to me, Karl, these have been so helpful. So I feel like I just wanna help as many people as possible when they see these videos. So make sure, if you really like this video, I would really appreciate it if you share this out to your friends. That would be awesome. Don't be super spammy, but you know, if you feel like somebody could use this video, please make sure you share it with them. Maybe they'll thank you. All right, cool. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys next time, and until then, peace out, yo. All right, guys, let's talk about double strokes. Double strokes meaning, one good way to work on your double strokes is by working on your triplet strokes. So triplet strokes, for example, you want to do some hug-a-decks or threes. The way you approach those is making sure that the first note is nice and strong. That way you get a nice good bounce for the second and the third stroke. So work on that, make sure that first note is nice and strong. Once you're proficient, what's the big deal if you got to do double strokes? In some ways it's easier, 2 versus 3. That way, if you work on your triple strokes, you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone.